News from the next level.
Two of our favorite people back on the show with us today. C. Mark Warren, John Mark Griffin with Warren and Griffin. Don't y'all look dapper this morning?
Ain't it good to be alive and be in Tennessee?
I was not
Big
gonna...
weekend starting this
Go Vols.
weekend, huh?
Go Vols. Go
You don't
Vols.
know what happened, by the way, before we got on the air.
What?
John Mark does.
What?
So our sales manager, Greg Acuff, came downstairs to greet y'all. You had run away for a second, and he had two football helmets with him, one for John and one for you.
Is that right?
And the Tennessee
Ole
one...
Miss? What, Tennessee? What, Tennessee?
The
Saints.
Saints.
Good
but
call.
your Tennessee one was little teeny tiny.
Oh, really?
We were
Well,
going to have
I'm
you
going
try
to run him down there. I can't wait to get
And I
it.
said his big head won't fit into a record. Much less that one.
Okay,
You're
you
right.
know what?
You're right
I
about
will
that.
use our football conversation to
As a
segue
segue?
us in,
Yeah.
okay? Because they're
You are
here
the
to-
queen of Segway.
I try to be.
You are.
They
You
are
are.
here this morning talking about the safety of Ubers and Lyfts
Right.
and that kind of thing, and kind of what's regulated, what you ought to know before you get
Sure,
in that back seat.
sure.
Football season's probably a big time for Ubers and
Absolutely.
Lyfts.
You're right about that. That's a very good segue.
People
Very good segue.
going to games, people going to bars or restaurants to watch games. I mean, they don't want to drive, and it's smart of them.
So you threw out some numbers for me. A lot of people worldwide do this. 9-something billion?
2023, I don't have the 2024 data, 9.4 billion rides utilizing Uber.
That blows
And
my
almo-
mind.
Yeah, and almost 1 billion in 2024 on Lyft.
Right.
So,
The two of you like it.
yes.
Right.
I really don't.
Well, we were doing some research on this, and between 2017 and 2022, there were 400,000 complaints of sexual misconduct and sexual, something going on with the Uber driver and the passenger. 400,000 complaints made to Uber, which is a lot. And so there's some tips that we have in mind that we can share with the audience as far as what you should do.
Absolutely, and obviously some people may feel more vulnerable than others, particularly if you're riding alone. What should you do? Always make certain that the car and the name of the driver match what's been sent to you.
Okay.
And I always, even if I'm riding with a group, I'll wait for the driver to say my name
Absolutely.
first.
That's-
And instead of me asking, "Are you Sam?"
Smart.
They'll say John, and then I know that
Yeah.
I may have the right guy if it matches with, and I say their name because it's on the app. It matches with the make and model of the car, the license tag number. So that gives you a little bit level of comfort to know that the car you're getting into is what you may have ordered.
I'm trying to think back in time, and forgive me for getting personal, but when our older daughter went off to college, she was 6 hours away. And it seems like we did we had the Uber app on there for her,
right.
and we even put some money on it. Does
Right.
that sound right?
Right.
I think you could do
you can,
that.
and you can do that. But another tip that you could consider too is Uber and Lyft have also tried to implement these emergency buttons on their apps.
Yeah.
So if you're feeling uncomfortable, you can push the button. I haven't tried it yet because I haven't felt that way. But the bottom line is some way to improve some level of comfort. But the research that we've done has indicated it's not always reliable. So you're riding by yourself, make certain you have your phone available.
Sure.
A friend or a family member knows where you are, that you're riding.
Share your
that gives you
ride.
an extra level of comfort.
And also just get your GPS app out as well, so you're tracking where they're going.
Right.
I mean, put in your address in your phone. Just make sure they're going the same route. Always sit in the back seat if you're by yourself.
Absolutely.
There's no reason to sit in the front seat. If you're partying and you're kind of a little bit buzzed or drunk, make sure that you go with somebody that's not. It's like a designated driver.
Right.
Someone go with you in a Lyft or an Uber if you're that way. Now you're uncomfortable. You prefer a cab, even today.
I don't do this often,
right.
but I would much rather get in a cab. I
Because-
guess I feel like it's more regulated.
Yes, and it is. I mean, I'm sure they do background checks on Uber drivers and Lyft drivers.
They do. There's a vetting process
yes.
for those guys. But, if you're in a cab, a lot of times these are long-standing drivers for cab companies, regardless whether, like in New York City, you have to have a badge.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
the
where
companies have to
yeah,
have badges
right.
for these guys. So they're very well vetted. So, yeah, those are much more comfortable.
It's also, to me, I guess, but I'm willing to be corrected, but it's traceable because there's the cab number.
Right.
Their badge numbers on the back of the
Right.
seat
Right.
with their identification. So,
Right.
absolutely.
Okay, so I was going to ask you about kind of the background checks, if you will, on these drivers, because I get it. Uber can't possibly know the daily goings on of all of these people who
Well,
are.
they should, but before they issue the authority to drive around, they have to do a criminal background check. You would think they have to, at a minimum, a criminal background check, just so
Right.
they don't have someone driving around.
Is there some way on the app, I don't know how much y'all know it, but let's say that I was going to Uber to Raleigh for whatever reason. That's a
Right.
long Uber drive, but if I'm going to do would I need to make sure that there was some way for people to know my destination?
Yes,
So-
you share your ride. There's actually on the app, you can say share your ride, and you can share your ride with a contact in your text list.
You can also put your location on your phone. Like if you want, a husband, a wife, a brother, sister, friend to know where you are, they can track you on
Like
their
the
phone.
Life
if
360
you
or
turn it on.
something?
Right,
Yes,
something
absolutely.
like that, But,
Okay.
just find an area that's safe and well lit when you get picked up by an Uber driver.
Yeah. I like the idea of making sure that they say your name first.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely.
That's a really good one. All right, then is that it?
Well, if an Uber driver causes an accident, Uber has $1 million policy to pay for your injuries, either the other driver or the passenger himself.
Okay.
So, but Uber is not required to carry uninsured motorists.
At least not in the state of Tennessee.
Yeah,
So
in
make sure
Georgia,
you have it?
Yes, because if the Uber driver is involved in an accident with another car, that other car caused the accident, and they don't have insurance, then you're out of luck as far as filing
Okay.
a claim with insurance.
We've been saying it for years. Uninsured motorist coverage is just relatively cheap compared to what you pay for liability coverage. You should always get that coverage. In
Always.
Tennessee, some of the carriers, you have to actually opt out of uninsured motorist coverage in Tennessee. Yes, it makes it cheaper for you to check the box and say, I don't want it, but it's really pennies
You'll
on the
wish you
dollar
had it.
compared.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
because 25% of the drivers on the road right now don't have car
Right.
insurance.
And you know what? With insurance rates the way they are,
Yeah.
I can almost understand it. You have to
Right.
have it.
Absolutely.
It is crazy expensive right now
Insurance is
to
one
insure a car.
one of the things people first quit paying for.
Yeah, right.
When things are tough.
30 seconds.
Uninsured motorists,
Nope.
get your policy out.
Predict me on a football.
Okay, as far as Georgia playing Marshall, I know you follow Georgia along with Dr. Mark Cromie. Georgia's going to win, by 3 or 4 touchdowns?
Oh, easily.
Okay. Tennessee, Syracuse, we're the real Big Orange, 31-13, the real Big Orange.
Okay.
Go Vols!
How about
Woo!
I think Ole Miss.
LSU?
Well, LSU, I think that's going to be a good game with Clemson. I think it's been a
John
tight
Mark's
game.
Ole Miss. Okay,
Yeah, Ole Miss.
and Ole
I'm a
Miss plays
Louisiana
who?
boy, but an Ole Miss
Okay,
fan.
okay. Well, how are y'all going to do?
Well, I think Ole Miss.
Hotty
I think
toddy.
Ole Miss romps. But LSU, I think LSU Clemson's going to be a good game. But
Yeah.
I do think that LSU will prevail.
All right.
I actually do.
That's
All right.
your hometown lawyer.
Let's wrap it up.
Okay. We got to go. WarrenandGriffin.com.
Anyone can say they can fix it, but only 58 Foundations and Waterproofing guarantees it with the industry's only money-back guarantee. Schedule your free inspection now.
This year for back to school, Shoe Station and Shoe Carnival are stamping all your favorite brands with our lowest price guarantee. Find a lower price and we'll match it. Plus, earn a $10 reward. New Balance has been stamped. Crocs, stamped. Adidas, stamped. Everything has been stamped. Hundreds of the latest styles stamped with the lowest price guarantee. This is coming off, right? That's how Shoe Station and Shoe Carnival go back to school.
Basement waterproofing, crawl space encapsulation, foundation repair, concrete leveling, all with the industry's strongest warranties. Schedule your free inspection now.
So here we are on the cusp of the Labor Day weekend, a 3-day weekend, which in Don Rain's world means you have not one, not two, but 3 chances, right?
Absolutely.
To have a fantastic meal. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Julie.
I guess 4 if you want to count Friday night.
Oh yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
So you're ready with everything, and or with all of it, and I love that you brought pretty much the whole store, Don, because if anyone has never shopped you before, you have such a variety to offer people.
I do. And this is not all of it. There's just too much to bring it all.
I think that one thing to stress is that not only does he offer so much, it's really your skilled hand on it, right? You are butchering a lot of this, perfecting it yourself.
Absolutely.
So what does that mean for your customer? That means you're choosing how much fat to leave on?
Right. We're trimming it. We take a lot more, like the ribeye. Look at how that tail's trimmed. Most places leave a lot more stuff on that tail than we do.
You know, very few people are looking at the tail of the ribeye, Don, when they're shopping. They're just looking at how good it looks.
Right.
But are you talking about kind of the marbling of it?
No,
or just this
I'm
area
talking about
over here?
there's lots of times it comes out, and we trim all that off.
To make it perfect for you.
Yes.
Now, okay, I'm going to talk about this ribeye then. I'm not sure what the camera can really see, but if you're able to see the ribeye versus the filet, you know that in your own life anyway. The filet has very little fat in it.
That's true.
So here's that marbling of the ribeye, but you do want some of that. That's what gives it the flavor.
Absolutely. And the filet is going to be tender anyhow. It's a high quality, and it doesn't need as much marbling.
Now talk about your kebabs. Are those already seasoned?
They are. That's our marinated filet mignon kebabs.
Do you have a way that you like to prepare those? Because I think some of us have had experiences where the meat, things don't always cook at the same speed.
Yeah, I like to grill them, and it doesn't take a long time. About 10 minutes tops.
If you're going to eat this kebab, I mean, that's a marinated filet. So you do not want to overcook it.
Oh,
right?
absolutely not.
Turn it frequently?
Well, I only turn it a couple of times.
Okay.
I don't, sometimes I'll turn it more than one time because I don't want to burn it up on one side.
Right.
But, I'll turn it a couple of times.
Okay. Let's talk about your short ribs, because we've got a coworker in the studio who said, Julie, you don't know what short ribs are? They're delicious if you do them right. So how do you do them right?
Well, most of my customers actually smoke them, that or they'll braise them. It's a slow cook situation. And not only do I do short ribs, but I do beef dino ribs too.
Also slow cook?
Also slow cook. The dino ribs will be 8 hours on a smoker or more.
How long would these be?
Probably in the neighborhood 3 or so.
If you don't have a smoker, can you still cook them?
Sure, that's where braising comes in. You can braise them, like brown them in a skillet and put them in a pot with just a little bit of liquid and cook them that way.
Oh, so this is the fall off the bone.
Yeah, fall off the
rib.
bone, tender.
Okay, now I never know what some of these things are. What is this?
That's picanha.
What is that?
It's basically part of the sirloin.
Here, just leave it there. We'll tip it.
Yep, and it has a cap, and you'll see this in Brazilian steakhouses.
Oh, that's what they're carving?
Yes, they carve that all the time, and it's very good. Those are great on smoker too, or you can grill it. Me, I like to do a reverse sear. Slow cook for about 25 minutes at 220, then just sear it off and it's ready.
Would you start on that fatty side?
When I'm slow cooking, it doesn't matter, but when I'm cooking it, I'll start on the meat side.
Okay. What is this?
That is skirt steak.
Oh, okay.
Great for fajitas, tacos.
Oh, that's a good idea for Labor Day.
Mm-hmm.
All right, if you're going to go your traditional burger and hot dogs, you can't beat that either. But you brought a variety. These are brats over here?
That's a traditional German bratwurst.
Okay. And then there are your hot dogs and your hamburgers.
Right, which look at the size of the hot dogs.
That's
Those things
crazy.
are just huge.
Yeah.
This is our top selling hot dog. It's a pork and beef blend, but it's really good, and we sell a lot of them.
And then your hamburgers, I know you can do just plain, or you can get them stuffed.
Sure.
Seasoned, however you call it.
Right. We have the bacon burger. This one is what we call the beast burger, which is our exotic blend, which is 25% of Wagyu beef, boar, bison, and elk.
If you go ahead.
Then we have our Wagyu patties, which is just, you know, a very flavorful hamburger out of Wagyu cattle.
Those obviously came from your freezer. If you
They did.
wanted to buy something now or at some point, Don, and save it for later, what's the shelf life
On
those?
these, oh, vacuum sealed like this a year.
Really? Mm-hmm. All right. I also love the fact that when you go to the store, you don't have to just get the meats. He's got everything you need, sides, the spices, all
Absolutely.
of it. Is it common for people to come to you and say, okay, Don, I want to try, you know, the dino rib, but tell me again how to cook it or how to season it?
Absolutely. And I have a whole list of rubs. I brought 2 good ones. That's a steak and chop rub that would be great on the dino ribs. This one is Smoky Dust, and both of these guys are local. These are in North Georgia. Those guys are out of Knoxville.
Really? Mm-hmm. This one says it's good on everything.
Yep.
All right. All you have to know is one place. That's Don's Meat Shop. Mm-hmm. Will you be open all weekend long?
We will, and on Labor Day, we will be open from 9 to 4.
All right, then here's where you go to shop him. You know he's right there on Hickson Pike, just kind of far up, not far from Publix.
That's right.
On Hickson Pike. There's the phone number. Also, you can call that number, and if you ever want to make a special order, he'll be happy to talk to you. He loves to get things that his customers want. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Julie.
I'm Chris Stevens from Total Concepts Furniture. It's our special order sale. Just pick your style, your color, and your fabric. Genuine savings of 50% on beautiful Cheryl upholstered sofas and chairs. No wonder it's our customers' favorite sale.
There's a reason Kyle Busch hates school zones. Just like there's a reason Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. Injured? With over $25 billion recovered for our clients, there's a reason to go big.
It's a school zone, Bush. Easy rowdy.
Hey, Dad, maybe Mom can do carpool next time.
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
I teach my kids to tackle their goals one step at a time. A Regions Green Print plan helped me build a down payment for my new place. And Andrea was extra supportive.
Extra confidence from Green Print, extra care from our people. Extra is our ordinary at Regions.
With McValue at McDonald's, you'll get deals on breakfast, which comes in handy when you've got the whole family in town.
Buy one, add one for $1. Now with sausage McGriddles and more breakfast favorites. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
After a car crash, how bad of an idea is it to go it alone against the insurance company? It's like smoking at the gas pump bad. It's like messing with a mama bear bad. It's like jumping out of a plane without a parachute bad. But here's a good idea. If you've been hurt in a car crash, call Gary Massey Injury Lawyers. We know a thing or two about the insurance company, and we'll be with you every step of the way. You gotta get Gary. Gary Massey Injury Lawyers, 423-444-8888.
I'm Chris Stevens from Total Concepts Furniture. It's our special order sale. Just pick your style, your color, and your fabric. Genuine savings of 50% on beautiful Cheryl upholstered sofas and chairs. No wonder it's our customers' favorite sale.
If we asked you this morning as you watch the show, do you have an estate? How many of you would say yes? Jay and Brittany Hagee say probably all of you should say yes. They are here with Alon Planning Partners. I like that. That's an optimistic statement. We all should say yes, we have an estate.
That's exactly right. And so we talk a lot about when we connect with everyone, but here, especially on this show, is we do 5 components of financial planning. And one of those big 5 is estate planning. And so I want to demystify it a little bit, because a lot of folks come in and they think, well, I don't have $10 million. I don't have an estate. Mm-hmm. That's not true. Anything of value that you have to pass on, and that you want to pass on not only the wealth, but your values with that wealth, you should have a good estate plan, right? Not only for when you're no longer here, but actually while you're still alive too, and that's what we want to kind of chat about.
Let me give you an example, because when you were talking, my thought immediately went to like land. Mm-hmm. If you want to pass land on to your kids, but you need to maybe have an infrastructure in place to support holding on to that land.
And that's a perfect example of how estate planning is so interconnected with your actual financial plan. Because what you choose to do with your estate planning, not just documents, but how you're passing things on, it impacts dollars that you give to whoever you're passing on to, obviously, but it also impacts in ways like taxes. Mm-hmm. How can I pass this on in a tax efficient way, or how can I gift this in the best way when it comes to taxes? So we really just want to raise some awareness around the interconnectedness between the estate planning and the financial component. And a couple examples of that.
Yeah, we got an example.
Yeah, I think one really good one when we're talking about passing on, we had a gentleman come to our office who had done an exceptional job saving and preparing for retirement. He had $7-8 million saved up, and it was all in IRAs, so 401k type funds. And he had just said, my plan is just to pass this on to my kids when I pass away, and they'll inherit all of that $7-8 million tax free. And we're like, well, actually, that's not how it goes. So it's really ensuring that you have a tax efficient strategy to pass that on to
that you don't create an
heirs.
unnecessary tax burden in trying to get funds. What you create as a blessing, you don't want to become a burden eventually for kids.
Or what you think you are giving that will be maintainable
You're
can't
not
be
able to
because
give.
you need to have like a separate fund for them to draw for the taxes.
Yeah,
on the
or
land
because
or
how you
whatever.
think you're passing on $8 million, but really you're passing on $3.5 because the taxes are insane.
No, we're not estate planning attorneys, and we don't draw up these documents, but we quarterback the plans for folks, and so we want to make sure you have what you need. And some of those basic documents are trusts or wills, and you need to know the difference between those, and we need to talk through that. Power of attorney documents, which are a big deal for even while you're alive, because if I have a 401k or an IRA, Brittany may be my beneficiary, but that doesn't mean that she has access to my accounts while I'm living. So if I'm in a coma or I need assistance with my funds, just because she is the beneficiary of my accounts doesn't mean she can get in and access those funds for my health care or my needs that I may have. She actually has to have what's called a power of attorney document for that. So power of attorney for health care and financial, and then also health care directives. So there are basic things that everyone needs in place, and that's why everyone needs an estate plan.
So I've had this thing at my house where I've been trying to go room by room and just focus because I get overwhelmed if I have too much to clean, right? So last weekend it was the kitchen.
Okay.
So is it almost a good idea to say, you know what, I'm going to take a day off from work, or I'm going to take this weekend to gather my things and then dedicate time to just come and see you, and that way their brains are uncluttered?
That's a great way to do it. And really, again, as I mentioned before, we do have a process we walk folks through. So it's not this overwhelming everything at once, right?
We have your checklist.
It's this gradual step-by-step process that we'll walk you through to help you really understand what you should be focusing on and to narrow down your list of worries and your to-dos, right?
But if there's one thing I want to say before we have to take off is everyone needs an estate plan. So it's not just if you have millions of dollars.
Right.
If you have anything valuable that you want to make sure gets passed on well, please make an estate plan a part of your financial plan. And if you don't have that, please come see us. We'd love to help you with that.
Well, here's where you will find them. It's Alon Planning Partners. The website is simply alonplanning.com. They're right there on East Brainerd Road. 315-1441 is their phone number. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
Join us for Golf for Good, Friday, September 12th at Brown Acres. Enjoy a round of golf, lunch, and more, all to help raise funds for Volunteers in Medicine and Project Access. Golf for Good. Register now at vim-chat.org.
My feet hurt so bad in the morning, I couldn't even put my feet on the floor. So I built all this together to engineer a solution to my pain. Finally, I went to Good Feet, and they gave me this.
Good Feet arch supports, engineered for pain relief, personally fitted for you.
Here at Huck & Peck, they have a wide variety of products to fit any budget. With one of the largest inventories in the Southeast, they have everything you need to complete your space: furniture, lighting, rugs, art, bedding, and accessories. Not in stock, they specialize in custom ordering and in-home design. So come see them off Broad Street, behind Wendy's at the foot of Lookout Mountain. Huck & Peck, best of the best 8 years running. Why would you shop anywhere else?
Right now, you can save up to $800 on Stearns & Foster and Tempur-Pedic. Plus, every Mermaid mattress is on sale.
Come see us and let us help you sleep better during the Mermaid Mattress Labor Day sales event.
Family owned and Southern made since 1979.
Injured in a wreck? You got one shot to get the compensation you deserve.
Not all injury lawyers are the same. The lawyer you choose matters.
Any lawyer can get you something, but the right lawyer will get you everything that you're owed.
Don't leave money on the table. We'll fight to get you every single dollar you deserve.
The board-certified attorneys at The Insiders are the only lawyers I trusted. They came through and got me an $8 million settlement for my car wreck.
Call us. It's just that easy.
Call 265-1100.
You can trust your local TV and radio stations to deliver the information you need when it matters most. As misinformation floods social media, you can trust us to deliver the truth. We are broadcasters.
It was fun, as always, to share our morning with you here today on 3+U. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Tomorrow is Friday, so for us, that always means a visit with Melissa Lale from the Chattanooga Market. She'll be here tomorrow along with the Chubby Vegan, because this Sunday is their fall food truck festival. A lot for me to get out this morning. Also on the show tomorrow, All Fences is going to be here. Almore Chattanooga is going to be here as well. We're happy to have Jax on the show. They're gearing up for football season as well. We've got a great show for you in the morning. See you tomorrow.
You deserve a break and the best deals of the season. Get to Aqua Living's Labor Day sale, where every hot tub and swim spa is proud.